What's up, all you people that want to pick up this wonderful speed run? I'm Starwin, currently the record holder for majority of the categories in this series, or I guess game title. But I get a lot of questions a lot of times on, hey, how you doing clips? I get stuck here, blah blah blah. This is something that has been needed to be done for a very, very long time. So, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump in. Uh, I'm not really going to go 100%. Well, I'll go over it, but I'm not going to go into like a lot of detail on how to clip 100%. I'm actually going to make another video for that. But for now, I'm just going to go through the run, kind of go through the big things that you need to learn, like the right places to do clips, the right directions you should be facing when you do clips, and then I'll go over like the minor optimizations of like rolling during load screens and cutscenes, moving during cutscenes, stuff like that. But I don't think that actually will come into play. But either way, this game really is fairly simple to learn. It is completely different than any of the other Silent Hill games. Most Silent Hill games are strictly movement-based, enemy memorization, placement. But the core of those games is movement, like moving optimally, and that is not the case in this game. In this game, moving in a diagonal or anything like that really doesn't matter. Like you move the base pretty much the same amount of distance regardless on which way you're moving. The main thing that separates this from every Silent Hill game is the clips. No other Silent Hill game, or run for that matter, lets you get to do the shit that you get to do in this game. So if you've ever seen runs of this, or you haven't seen runs of this, it's a pretty big mindfuck compared to the other Silent Hill games. So, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right in. Also, I guess I could explain this real quick. If you're gonna run this game 360, that's it. PS3 has a bunch of bugs and crashes. And PC is bad as well. So, if you're going to run this game, you have to run it on 360. There are people that do run it on PS3. Like, I know Nub plays it on PS3. But, you know, I'm pretty sure if he were to take the game seriously, he would probably play it on, 360. So, you do normal difficulty. There are categories for hard, but those are memes. Another thing is this game is very dark. So you want the brightness as high as possible, which doesn't really help. But costume-wise, people think that there's, you clip easier with certain costumes. A lot of people think, just regular Alex works. That's placebo. That's a placebo thing, man. You could do either one. The only one that's kind of hard is Pyramid Head Alex, only because the head gets in the way, and it looks like it makes it look like you're all the way in a wall when you really are not. I always use young Alex. So right here, it's an unskippable cutscene, so we'll just wait for now.
Where's my squad? Are they here? Did they make it? Hey, talk to me. Say something. Oh, God. Oh, God! Hey, what are they doing? What's going on there? Hey, where are you taking me? No! Hey! No! Where am I? Hey, what is this place? Hey, where are you taking me? No! Where am I, man? Hey, wait. Where are you going? Don't leave me here!
Okay, so the timer won't start until this A prompt comes up. And you can start your timer whenever. Like, just whenever you hit A, start your timer. So you can sit here and not do anything. It's not really a big deal. It's not... There's no in-game time, unlike other Silent Hill games. This is all RTA. So... one little thing, and I guess I should explain right now. Mashing in this game is kind of finicky, and the only reason I say that is because sometimes, like for example, this one, if you mash too hard, the game will actually like the prompt will actually go away. It won't like it won't prevent you from like pressing it, but it can eat inputs, so you can actually like be mashing A really fast and not getting out as as quick as you should be. When you do start the timer and start mashing A, you should get out in about 7 real seconds. That's what you want to shoot for. But even doing something just like this quick, like not even that quick, that's as fast as you need to go. You don't have to mash really fast in this game. Okay. Go through here. Go through this door. Right here, there'll be a little cutscene. As you saw, like, right there, I rolled forward. You don't really have to do it right there, because Alex is going to get moved up to the door anyway. But that's just to show you that if you roll into a cutscene, you actually will keep the forward progression. And when you do that, after the cutscene is over, when you can move, you're actually way farther ahead. So after I enter this code into this door, the next door we go into, I'm going to roll, and it's going to actually put me a little bit farther than you usually would be if you did nothing. So, go ahead. I guess we'll go ahead and do the code. The code it never changes. Codes don't change in this game. And this is like one of the only codes in this run that you'll have to remember. So just kind of just memorize it. 62487. Well, see right here? That's another thing. You have to do these the keypad things. Anything with puzzles or anything that has to do with puzzles, you have to do it kind of slow because your inputs will get eaten. Like right there, I hit 7 and moved, and the 7 input didn't count. So it happens. Go over here and open the door. You do have to open that door. You don't just stand there. You hold left and then press A. So Josh is gonna run away like a jerk. So we're gonna open this door and then immediately roll.
Josh, stop!
So that's going to put me about halfway to well, almost halfway. Sometimes you get about, like, right here. But if I wouldn't have rolled, I would have stayed right here. And I think that roll put me about right here. So you save, a little bit of time. Very, very minimal time gain right there. So nothing too big. And then we'll go and grab the knife. And then we'll get a little cutscene with the nurse. The good thing is that you do, no matter what category you're running, you're always going to do the same stuff for the Camila Hospital part, which is like the first 6 minutes of the game. 5 or 6 minutes of the game, I can't remember, I think it's 6. Best part of the game, get the booty shot. Yeah, booty shot. So this is where the game would explain how to do battle mechanics, and we're going to run away, because you don't have to fight. Medkit right there. Don't really need it in New Game Plus, since you're going to be using the laser gun. Pretty much kills everything in one hit, for the most part. Okay. Kind of wish I didn't go into this door yet. But this wheelchair, as you go around this corner, it's supposed to be kind of like a jump scare. Josh will be at the top, and he'll push the wheelchair down. If you come into this room, and you go up to it like this, and kind of just hold left and go up, there's a good chance that Alex's hitbox will get caught. And actually, he'll get pushed down. And the way you get around that is right when you walk into the room, kind of go towards start running to this door or the stairs like this. Kind of hug the wall, and the second that you're able to go up, You're going to be holding left the whole time against the wall like that. Just keep holding left, and then I'll like move his hitbox out of the way to where I would say 90% of the time you're not going to get pushed by the wheelchair. And so if you do try to go up this the normal way, you will get hit. I would say most of the time. So that's a little technique to hopefully not get hit. Turn off your flashlight right here. There are 2 nurses in here. They're still going to be, they'll still activate, but they won't be as aggressive. So just go up to the door, fleshy door thingy, mash A, go through. The cool thing is if you think they're about to attack you, keep mashing A, don't stop. When you're going through like these little hallways right here, you do have iframes, so they can hit you, but you won't take any damage. Alright, go through here. Just kind of hug the wall, go to the left side of the bed. These are the bugs. I can't remember their names because I'm a terrible person. When they attack you, they attach to you, and then you have to mash a button to get them off. And if you don't do it, they drain your health. So these things are kind of annoying. They'll come into play here, and I think that, and about one other spot. So right here, you're going to hold right on the left stick, and then right on the camera. Oops, don't roll. Because that'll put you right in the right spot to get to the door. I'm going to get hugged by 2 just because I rolled like an idiot. But now you can see how much health these guys will actually take away from you. Just go down here, don't mash to get them off. Once you get right here to drop down, once you drop down, they'll explode. So you see I took like 60% of my health. Which is fine. It's really, really hard to die in this game. The worst thing that can happen to you is getting below, I think it's 80% or 90% health. After that, you actually will start moving slower. It's kind of like being in a yellow caution or danger. It's more so like being in danger in Resident Evil. Go up there and grab the key. I do a little movement strat here where once I grab the key, you can actually start moving before the key pops up on the screen. So you can start moving a little bit quicker than you usually do. I kind of just hold right and then maneuver the camera and go down the stairs. Like I was saying earlier, movement really isn't super important in this game, but there are minor things that you can do to get to areas, or get to certain spots quicker. And like what I just did right there, going up and down the stairs, it makes it a little bit easier. Right here, you can roll to the left for fun. It'll mess up the positioning of Alex. And this is the first instance of having a conversation with a character in the game. One of the little mechanics in this game they have, it's like, oh, make a decision kind of thing. These right here don't affect the ending. The only thing it affects is how long the conversation will last. So the fastest prompt here is Y. So just keep mashing Y. Then there's going to be one more prompt after this, and you're going to hit Y again. So if when this part happens, if you just keep mashing Y, after that second one right there, you're good. You can stop.
Guess you're not my friend.
Josh is a jerk. Fun fact.
I'll go see if I can find him.
Hold left, go through this door right here. For the sake, I guess, like, turn the flashlight. You can turn on the flashlight if you need to, if you can't see, but I'm at the point where, like, I kind of know where I'm going. I'll go ahead and grab that. Might as well use it, right? I don't even know how to use health items half the time, because you don't need them. See? God, health drinks are broken in this game. You go through here and you're going to go right. Kind of dodge the stupid lamp because you can get caught on it and it will follow you everywhere. This door right here, the second you open the door and you go through it, it triggers the cutscene like pretty quick. So you want to open the door, walk in, roll. So you can move closer to the doll that's in the wall. You open the door and just roll. Just roll in. And that'll move you about a couple of steps more forward than you would have been. So go up here. Like I said when the beginning of the run, you don't have to mash that hard. This is another spot where mashing too fast or too hard can mess you up. So reach inside, blah blah blah. I'm gonna guess X. It's probably gonna be B though. Just kind of mash. Nothing too fast. Go ahead and start moving to the right here. And then press B to get out of the prompt that tells you what the item was. Bug's gonna grab your face, whatever. Right here, you're gonna run up to the door. You're gonna run up to the cage, or the barred door, where Josh was at. Instead of, like, okay. What you're gonna do, okay. Because I'm trying to explain two things at once. I need to calm down. You're gonna give him the rabbit that you just got. And a way you can do it is you hit the left bumper, which will bring up the menu, and then you can highlight it with the left stick. And you don't even have to press A, you don't have to press anything. Just let go of everything, and the key item will be used. That is a really useful trick, because sometimes you won't be close enough to the door or the thing that you need to use the key item on, and you'll be like, left bumper A to use it, and it's going to be like, you can't use this here. And sometimes if you're mashing A, you'll examine the door, and the door will be like, oh, blah, 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 it has a thing here that you need to put, and you're going to waste more time. So the thing you're going to do, anytime you need to use a key item, you're going to hit LB, highlight it, let go of everything, and most of the time, you're going to trigger whatever that gets triggered. So right here, left bumper, highlight, let go. That's it. You can skip that cutscene. Alrighty, that's Camila. Nothing too difficult. Pretty much just a tutorial level on how to play the rest of the game. I'm going to go ahead and just mute the cutscene right here so I can talk a little bit more. The things that I'm explaining right now, I feel like are crucial to learn, like the minor movement optimizations and stuff. The thing that I feel that can be kind of flexible is how you do clips. Because a lot of people have different methods of doing clips, and if you can figure out something that's consistent for you, good job. If it gets it done, if it gets the job done in the same amount of time, if you have a certain setup that works, then just do it. Because I know a lot of people do clips different from me, and I know I do some clips different from a lot of other people. So personal preference, but you also want to think about optimization at the same time. So this is another unskippable cutscene, just like the first one. This is the second one, and I think there's a couple of more after that. I can't remember. Don't really think about it too much. So if you're new to the run, when I start talking about clipping, the reason that we're able to clip, well, you know what? I'll save that to when I get the gun, and I'll go into clipping right there. That'll be good. Explain the core mechanics. You can skip cutscene right here and go ahead and move forward. You just keep going forward until it triggers the cutscene. Skip that. Then you're gonna go to your house, which is over here. Just kind of follow the line, and just keep holding forward until the cutscene triggers. This next cutscene skip is kind of weird. You kind of want to wait until like the entire house has like come into focus. So like right there. See, even that was too late. Right there, I hit start once, and sometimes if you do it too early, it will recognize two inputs, and it'll pause the game. I'm not sure if that's just my controller or something, but I've always had that happen to me, and if I wait a little bit longer, this won't happen. So, if that happens, just back out and go into the house. The first thing you're going to do, after you open the door, and it goes to this load screen, you're going to hold left. Because when you hold the left right here, you're going to immediately start going up the stairs when the cutscene, or when the load screen goes away.
Hello?
Go up the stairs.
That's strange.
We're going to go into our room right here. The flashlight's right there. You don't need to grab it. What you want to grab is the laser pistol. This is what's going to help us clip, or it's the main thing that allows you to be able to clip. So, I guess I'll go ahead and just kind of give a small little rundown of how clips work. When Alex aims the gun, he actually moves forward, as you can see. So what we're going to do is when you go up to walls, if you aim, let go, strafe, so it means go left or right. So if let's say I'm going to go left first. You're going to go left, strafe, let go of the stick, and then you want to keep going back and forth left or right. So you want to be like let go, strafe, aim, let go, strafe, aim. But you want to do that kind of quick. And if you start getting it into quick succession like this, you can see he's trying to go through the wall. So the first clip that we do in the run, and this is notoriously the worst clip, in my opinion, besides the endgame clip, you will be resetting a lot if your run is pretty optimized. Even mine is not that optimized. Like, I had a run that was like 30 minutes, and I had like a first try clip right here, and if I would have kept the video, it would have been nice, but I didn't. But this clip, a lot of people have a lot of different ways of doing it. I'm just going to show you my way. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to clip through here. So we're going to kind of strafe left. If the clip doesn't happen, you're just going to kind of recenter yourself and try again. Okay, that's what you want to see. If he starts moving down, that means you have a clip. And what you want to do here is slowly start looking down. And then as he starts getting sucked into the wall, start moving the camera left. And once he's far enough into the door, you can move with the right stick. Most of the time with the clips, though, you never want to move the stick that allows you to move. Because sometimes it'll push you out. You move into certain other parts of the wall. Because sometimes the walls have layers. Sometimes there's a pillar. Sometimes there's a wall on top of a wall. And moving can actually put you in spots where you don't want to be. So let's see if I can't get this first try. So we're going to start looking down. He's going to start getting sucked. If he starts going to the left, that's kind of bad. Because if you get into the white parts of the wall, it makes this clip really hard. You want to go through the door. See, right now, I don't think it's going to work. Like, I can kind of move it a little bit more. As you can see, I'm kind of going up because it's technically a pillar. If you get about, if this starts happening, it's not a good sign, and you're going to want to just try again. Him getting pushed up is kind of bad. Alright, so move down. Kind of start moving the camera to the left. Oh, see? Almost. Like I said, this is a really, really hard clip. This is definitely one of the clips where you're going to be practicing the most, but I do not recommend learning this clip first. I know that sounds really stupid, because it's like, oh man, this is the first clip in the game. Why wouldn't you learn this one first? If anything, kind of get the general idea out of this on how to clip. Like I said, but I am going to be making a clipping video too. But look at other runs. Just practice clipping into random walls. Kind of getting used to how it works. Because you do have to do a lot of weird maneuvering to get through this wall. And sometimes, in practice, I will take a very long time trying to do this. Yeah, it's not going to work. See some? Ooh, that might be good. Yeah, that's good. So you're going to get something like this. Right here, I am holding... Well, woo! It pushed me out. It pushed me out. What a jerk. Try this again. Could have sworn that was going to be fine. Okay. That should be good. Since he's kind of halfway in. Even if he's climbing the wall right here, as long as you're like looking into this room on the other side, most of the time you're going to be good. So right here you can see slowly getting pulled in. If he stops moving, kind of move to the left a little bit. I'm also holding right on the left stick to make sure that when he does fully gut all the way in here, I'm going to move to the right and put myself out of the clip, just like that. So That's a really, really hard one to get consistently. I don't know how many runs I have reset just trying to get that clip just kind of fast. I'll even take runs where I'm like behind 20 seconds because this clip is just that notorious of being a run killer, and it's good that it's in the beginning of the run, but it's also bad that it's in the beginning of the run. It's like, it's good because if you have to reset, you might as well reset early. It's bad if you're having to reset a lot, and trust me, it hurts. So being in this room, we pretty much skipped like 60% of the game just by doing that one clip. To get into this door regularly, you're supposed to get the attic door key, which is in the room in the basement that you need the ceremonial dagger for, which is not until after like 4 or 5 dungeons. It's after going to the mausoleum, it's after the hotel, it's after the police station, it's after the underground, it's after Doc Fitch's office, and then after that, yeah, you'll be pretty much there. So that's 2 boss fights too. So that's all we need. So we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna continue the run. Oh yeah, I forgot to unmute the game after that cutscene. Okay, so you're gonna go over here. There is a clip that you can do right here to get past this, pushing this and then activating the cutscene that's right here when you open the door. But just do it this way. The other clip is very, very hard to do, and if you don't do it first try, you're losing time. You're gonna lose time. You're gonna open here, kind of just skip the cutscene. Door's gonna open, and we get another puzzle. Just a slide puzzle. Only thing you need to do is just memorize, the movements of the pieces. Like I was saying before, when you're in like the puzzle mode, I guess we could say first person even. It will eat inputs, so sometimes going slow and steady is the best way. Because right here, if I start going fast, you'll start hearing like the clicks of the eaten inputs. So that's it. Mash A, grab all the stuff. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either A, go all the way back downstairs and go through that load door. Then trigger the cutscene and then start the Shepherd House dungeon. Or, and this is what you should do because this is the most time save you can get, is you want to clip right here. You want to clip right through here. I know you can barely see it because I don't have the flashlight. I really wish I could show you in a brighter setting. Okay, see, here's the light. There's this pillar right here. Then there's this empty space right here, and then there's another pole right here. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, that pole right there. You're gonna do the same method of clipping that I showed before we did the clipping door, the attic door, because the attic door is a completely different monster. This one right here is a very basic clip. So you're gonna look, you're gonna aim, and start strafing. And sometimes you'll get it pretty quick, and sometimes you won't. It's moving me forward. Once it pushes you all the way forward and it feels like you're stuck in the floor, you're gonna let go of aim, and you'll fall straight through the floor. And when you do that, look where we're at. We're right outside here again. As you can see, we still, can't open the door because we still don't have the key. But it skips going through that load door, and it'll save you like 5 seconds. So there we go. Then we go downstairs. Cutscene will trigger, and we'll skip the cutscene. What's up, VGC? Long time no see. Alright, this is the first dungeon. This is the Shepherd House. Main objective is we're trying to light these 4 symbols to exit the door. This is the first dungeon that's going to have, what is it, 2 clips? 2 major clips? 3 major clips. 3 major clips, I think. Why am I so bad? Here's the cool thing, though. Since we're at this dungeon now, the game is like, oh, they're here now. Why don't they have these weapons? And why don't they have the flashlight and the radio? Why don't they have these things? The game just automatically gives it to us. It doesn't give us the ceremonial dagger, but which is fine, because we're going to do clips later on that's going to help us skip the parts that we would need the dagger for. But it gives us the shotgun, it gives us the pistol, the axe, everything. So now we have the flashlight, so you can immediately, at this point, turn on the flashlight and kind of keep it on. Also, it's also good to always move with the pistol out. I don't know if I have a hard time telling if moving with certain weapons out makes you move slower, or it's the concept of like switching while moving. Because I know when you switch while moving, he'll sometimes slow down. But I always feel comfortable always having the pistol out because it makes me know I'm ready to do a clip. Okay. First things first, go upstairs. You're going to grab the cleaver. Go through this door right here. Pretty much grabbing all the key items for the puzzles that we're going to be doing. And by puzzles, I mean they're not puzzles at all. This game has the most brain-dead puzzles ever. So grab the mask and grab the rabbit. There is a clip you can do right here to get to the spot where we need to be next. If you don't get it first try, it's really not worth. So just kind of backtrack. The first thing we're going to do now is go back downstairs, and we're going to go into the kitchen. There's going to be a bug on the ground in the kitchen, and what I like to do is I first grab this mask. The bug will trigger, I'll back up, and then shoot it. That's it. So you don't have to deal with them anymore. Some people actually will just keep on moving. They'll grab the mask, go in the door, pull the bug off. I think that's way faster, because you're not having to sit there, mash, blah, blah, blah. So, do whatever you want. Honestly, I feel like that's the quicker way, though. So the solution to this puzzle, you're going to do the indifferent mask first. Like I had said earlier, just kind of, well, right here, this is a case where you can just go up to it and use it. They actually want you to examine it, and then it gives you the prompt to go to your inventory. So that one you actually have to select. So use the indifferent mask, and then use the frowning mask, back out, and that's this area. Easy peasy. Alright, so when we leave out of here, there's going to be an enemy called a schism that's going to pop out. We're just going to kill it. So it's going to pop out right here, shoot it 3 times. This is an enemy that is annoying. It takes multiple shots. What happened right here, this is something that you don't want to do. If you kill it, the thing, when you kill things in this game, their hitboxes stay active. They don't just immediately don't have a hitbox, and you can run through them. Their hitboxes get considerably larger when they fall into the ground. So I'm actually really lucky that he didn't block my path, because you have to wait for his dying animation to end, and then you can go through him. But if you are able to shoot him like pretty consistently before he like recovers and starts doing things again, he'll actually keep bouncing backwards, and he'll move away from the doorway. Alright, so next, go ahead and pull the lever. I'm not going to go back in there anymore. Now we're going to go upstairs into the attic. The same area that we clipped through, but this time, we can just kind of go through. Go to the right over here. Move this. There's going to be a key item. Just kind of mash. There we go. And then we're going to go up here. We're going to go underneath here. Grab this key item. The vile axe metal. Then we need to get one more metal, which is at the very end over here. You're going to do a clip after you do this puzzle. This clip is kind of annoying. I'll actually show 2 methods of doing this. Alright, grab the fallen star metal. Go over to the jacket. Investigate it. The black one goes in the middle. The star goes to the left. The pyramid head symbol goes to the right. And that's it. So now, instead of backtracking all the way back down, Because when you start backtracking right here, it activates schisms. You don't want that. You don't want to activate those. You can either clip right here, kind of like how we did after we did the sliding puzzle, or the much faster way is clipping through right here. So first I'll show this. You're going to do the same strafing method. Doesn't really change. You can pretty much do it anywhere. It's going to start sucking me in, kind of start looking towards the left, and then you fall through the floor, and look where it puts you. You're right on the stairs. And then after that, you would go down, pull the lever, and we would move on to the next room. If you find that clip a little too hard to do, you can do this one. Like I said, the one that we did earlier. Pretty sure these things are going to activate since I'm backtracking. Yeah, it's fine. Just kill them. That other... About to say that other one woke up. Whatever. He's a jerk. Who cares? Alright. I feel like this clip is a little harder to pull off. And also, most of the time the pull is a little bit slow. But it's the same thing. Just kind of... You'll get the clip. Just kind of keep maneuvering yourself to where you're constantly being pulled forward. You'll fall down in pretty much the exact same spot as the first time we did it. So, either way you want to do, it's not a big deal. If you feel like you get one more consistent than the other, do it. Who cares? As you're going downstairs here, you're going to want to press right twice on the D-pad to switch weapons to the knife. Because we're going to need to use the knife first when we go to this next room, which is the kids' bedroom. And we have to solve more incredibly hard puzzles. So the first thing you do when you get into this room, you're going to go up to the clock, move this to 2, hit left on the left stick, and then move this up 6. So 2:06 is the time. It'll automatically trigger the cutscene, and you can skip that cutscene after the doors start. You can kind of start seeing the doors open up. Actually, I think you can do it a lot sooner than that. Then after that, you're going to go up to this one that's lit up, hit right bumper, go to Robbie, and let go. So that's that. So we just have to do one more room. But before we do that, you're going to use the knife right here. Open this up. Grab the butcher's knife. It kind of forces you to take the child drawing. And as you're going back downstairs, you're going to hit left twice on the D-pad so you go back to your laser pistol. So you can get ready for the next clip. So there's 2 clips here. Two clips. Alright, instead of going downstairs into the basement normally, we're going to go into this room right behind us. This clip is actually one of the easier ones to get in the game. I guess the hit detection really is very minimal right here. Same thing, strafe method. As you saw, I did it pretty much immediately. So left, right, left, right, left, right. There we go. You can kind of look to the left and kind of look down, and you'll get pushed in right here. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You'll get put through the floor right here. And after that, you're at the spot where you need to be. Hit right on the D-pad twice as you're walking up here. Go through. Before you walk up to the left, where you can see the glowing spot where the body's hanging, we're going to grab that, and then we can do the knife puzzle. As you're walking up to it, go ahead and get back to the laser pistol. So hit left on the D-pad twice as you're moving up to this. This puzzle right here, you know a good way to explain these puzzles? The puzzles themselves aren't hard, the menuing is the worst because, like I said, inputs get eaten, and it can be really obnoxious. So it's highlighting the butcher's knife. So go ahead and hit left bumper, highlight the butcher's knife, let go, move down. This one, it's kind of okay to do this a little bit slow, because sometimes it will eat inputs, and you'll move the... Sometimes you'll put a knife down, and you're moving to the next knife, and you accidentally, like, I don't know, you hit up, and you hold it too long, it'll move back up to the knife you just placed. then you'll hit a button, it'll remove the knife, and you're going to have to go back and do everything over again. It's really obnoxious. Alright, but after that, the Shepherd House is done. Nothing too difficult. 2 clips. The first clip you do here is probably the hardest. Doesn't take too much practice. Just go back upstairs. A lurker spawns behind you, but doesn't really matter. You just move up. Go upstairs, and then go to the front door and activate it. And this is going to trigger yet another unskippable cutscene. But pretty much in under 15 minutes or so, you're already going to be heading to Silent Hill. And at this point, you're 70% done with the game in under 15 minutes. So, like I was saying, way different than the other Silent Hill runs. Also, it's also fun to see if you're wearing a different costume. During certain cutscenes, Alex will always go back to his original costume, so it's kind of funny. It's like right here, he has the jacket, and I think when he comes out right here, he won't have the jacket anymore. Yeah. So just hit start right there. You'll skip this cutscene. Just kind of start mashing start when that cutscene starts. And there's going to be one more cutscene after the load screen we can skip. There we go. And the reason I said, hey, get back to the laser pistol is because now we have it equipped. And the first thing you're going to do here, once you get there, which is pretty quick, like a couple of minutes, you're going to do a clip. There's not a small movement optimization. Just kind of face towards the mountain. Go up the stairs this way. It just makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to like maneuver the camera a bunch. That input will get eaten a lot. Just kind of keep mashing A until it works. The other two, not so much. That first one, though, it gets kind of finicky. Okay. Another cutscene right here. You can roll forward, but it really doesn't move you forward that much. And it's not really worth it. So, this is Silent Hill. With all of its foggy glory. Almost a gloriness. They also take the inspiration from the movie, having the... what looks like the fire underground. You can see some parts of the street are smoking.
Wheeler,
Skip that cutscene.
Wheeler, come in.
So what the game is wanting us to do is turn off the electricity so we can go into the penitentiary. We're going to go through this door, clip through a wall, and that's going to be it. I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do this. I'm going to show you the really fast way that's a little bit harder, I guess. This was the one clip I had the most trouble learning, because you do have to do something very specific. Parallax was the one that found this clip out. Also, if you don't do this quick enough, there is lurkers, and they are coming near you. So what you're going to do is keep strafing until you get a pull. Once you start getting pulled in, trust me, it'll happen. You're going to look down and left immediately. If you do not do that, you will always 100% get pushed out. And once you're right here, we're going to do a new technique, and it's called shotgun turning. You can see that I'm stuck in the wall. I can't move. Like, I am stuck in the wall. When this happens, in certain clips, we do a thing called shotgun turn. You'll go to the shotgun, look down, and then rotate into the direction of whatever wall you're in. And then it'll push you out. And once you do that, bam, you can go in here, and then we start the penitentiary. But like I said, if that's not your cup of tea, and you're having a lot of problems with that, I'll show you a different method. This was the original method before Parallax figured out this method. You would clip through this fence, And you'd come over here, clip through this wall right here. I don't do this one much, so this might take me a second. I haven't done this one, like, since forever. But, as you can see already, this method takes 3 clips instead of just doing 1. And I promise you, in the long run, learning the first way is the best way. But some people find this way a lot easier. But as you can see, I'm having problems just even, like, getting into the wall. Well, goodness. You know what? Just take that as proof that the other clip is way easier. I'm not gonna waste my time. Let's see if I can. See if I can even get back out. It'd be really funny if I can't. Oh, I can just open the door. Ha. But what side will it put me on is the creepy part. I just want to waste time right there showing you a method that honestly is completely outdated. But some people find it easier. So that's what they do. But I promise you, this is the easiest way to do it. 1 clip. That's all it takes. So pretty much what would have happened, I would have popped out of this wall right here, and then you clip through this little wall right here, and then you can make it through. So, first method is better. I promise. Learn it. It's not hard. Alright, move forward. Talk to your invisible radio, or give yourself a breast exam, whatever you want to do. You can skip that cutscene too, sorry. You can go through here. There's not any clips until towards the end. So right here, it's just kind of navigating through the penitentiary. You can skip the cutscene right here if it opened the door. I'm going to go around this corner, shoot this window, and jump through it. Sometimes people get crashes right here, and I've seen it. It has not happened to me yet, where I'm not sure what triggers it, but sometimes you'll go through the window, and this whole area won't load. It'll be gray, and it's kind of like pretty much soft lock the game. Except, I guess you technically could clip through a wall and just fall into the void. Alright. There's gonna be 2 enemies up here. There's just order soldiers. You can shoot them once in the head, or shoot them twice in the body. Doesn't really matter. Over here, there's gonna be 2 order soldiers. There's gonna be one coming right at you right here, and there's gonna be one to the left over here. So what I usually do is I take him out first, get out of the way, because that guy will come after you, and then shoot him. Hit this lever. Do not mash start to skip the cutscene. Wait till he says that, and then skip the cutscene and just fucking fire away. Run over here and roll. I'm going to explain to you why. I know it was really hard because that was a lot of things to like handle all at once. He's going to move on ahead, whatever, it's fine. There's a way to get in front of Wheeler. So after you kill the Siam, you roll forward into this wall, and instead of being right here, the game will actually put you about right here, and it gives you a chance to get in front of Wheeler. As you're going to see, Wheeler is going to try to lead the way all the way to the next location that you guys have to go. But if you can get in front of him, you save quite a bit of time. It's just really hard, though. See, he's going to keep going up here, and he's going to jump across this walkway. If you can get in front of him, and jump across from him right here. He skips a whole dialogue section and everything. I do have a video in my highlights. It's called Faster Than a Speeding Wheeler. You can actually see that what I'm talking about in motion. You can get in front of him right here. And if you do, hooray, good job.
Let's try to find a way out of here.
I'm going to open this door. And for funsies, you can open the door and then roll out. And this will mess with the positioning of where Alex will actually be in the cutscene.
Yes, it works.
See, he's a little far to the right.
Now here's what you do.
So it'll look like Wheeler's talking to nobody. Or yeah, his eyes are looking the other way. But all of that right there, getting in front of Wheeler is probably the most important thing you're going to want to try to do. If you can't do it, it's not a run killer, guys. It's not a run killer. It'll help you save a little bit of time. Alright, go up to this wall, or door. He's going to open it up for you. And then we get to 2 clips that are kind of difficult. Especially the first one. Multiple methods of doing this. I'm going to just show you my way. We're trying to clip right here. Because when we do that, we're going to get into this room, which we wouldn't be able to get into after doing puzzles and a bunch of other shit. And we're going to be able to get out right here. We're going to be on the other side right there. So what you're going to do is just walk up to the door. Is that going to close? I mean, it probably doesn't really matter if it's closed or not. Kind of get, aim the gun kind of to where the front of the gun is like in this middle of this rectangle right here of the doorway. And start strafing right, then left, right, then left. And if you get a pull, you'll notice that he'll get pulled to the left. Like that. Move to the left. Well, kind of. Dang it. Let's see. Okay, that should be it. Kind of look to the left and look down. Okay, this is kind of a slow clip. Hopefully, if I get the thing where it happens where it kills me, that'll be cool because I can explain that. But this is kind of what you want. Most of the time, though, this clip is way faster. And we're going to get some resistance, which you can kind of feng shui. And there you go. He's on the other side right here. Once you see Alex you'll notice that he'll kind of like move up. You can actually let go of left trigger. Because you're in the room, it's going to push you up on top of the table. And then you can just walk off. Most of the time, if you're not all the way through the door, or through the wall, you're not going to be able to move on this table at all. And the best way to do it is, remember, Alex moves forward when you aim. So just kind of aiming a few times will help you, he'll get pushed to the wall all the way, and then you can move off the table. Alright, clip number 2. There's a whole thing down here. Basically, we're trying to get into there. But instead of doing it the right way, by doing puzzles and stuff, we're just going to clip to the fence. There is a gap. It's kind of hard to see. There is a gap in between this right here, this panel right here, and the little brick tunnel. If you fall in between that gap, it'll trigger a cutscene talking about, like, oh, we need to get a code for this door. If that happens, that's a big time loss. You don't want that to happen. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to clip and try to get on top of here. As you're going through, when you almost feel like you're all the way through, I usually hold forward to make sure that I don't like land in the cutscene trigger zone. So, do your strafe. You'll get a pull. Once you get about right there, I tend to look down and start looking to the left, and then I hold forward. And if you get it right, you miss this gap, because you can fall in that gap. When you fall in it, the cutscene will trigger. You have to go all the way around. It's really annoying. So, since we're on top of it, the game thinks we're the game thinks we're inside of it at this point. So as we start moving,
All right, Wheeler, I made it in. I'm gonna
Alex tells Wheeler, "Hey, I'm in." And this is actually the end of the penitentiary. What's really cool, a little Easter egg. There's just a gun here for no reason. Like, why? Why is there a gun there? If you try to, like, move down right here, you actually will fall to the floor and die. So, this part of the game right here, there's supposed to be a cutscene interaction with Alex's mom. Alex's mom is like on like a human torture rack, and is about to be stretched to death. So just being in that room, once you move past a certain point, the cutscene's supposed to trigger. But since we're on the outside, we can't get the cutscene to trigger. But we're actually able to move kind of low to the right down here. And you can also do this on the left. If you get about, once you get to this archway right here, if you get to the right and then roll, you'll actually roll into the cutscene trigger. And what's funny, it's not loading Alex's mom. So, you can do either one of these. This is the part in the game where one of these decisions will actually choose what ending you're going to get. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I can't, so I can go for the spooky boogeyman ending. And then you skip the cutscene. And after that, everything will load. You're now in the Silent Hill variation of the Penitentiary. You can see Alex's mom got bodied. Yo, Techie with the 11 viewer host. Thank you, man. Alrighty. You're just going to go up here. And then we got a puzzle. This is another instance where if you skip cutscenes too fast, you get the cutscene glitch. And you know what? I think I will actually try to show that off. What happens if you mash start trying to skip a cutscene too quick. So first things first, we're going to go in here. Hit start. Just wait for it to load a little bit. The solution of this puzzle is horse, and then it's coffin, and then nothing. Let's see if I can't get this thing. There's also a weird little glitch that can happen right here when like you're trying to like get to the one that you want and back out. It'll actually keep rotating without you hitting any of the sticks. It's kind of weird. So examine it, reach inside. You have to watch him do this. As it's going up is when you can start. That's when you can skip the cutscene. So right here, you can start hitting start. Right here, though, is an instance where you don't want to skip the cutscene until Alex goes down this hole and hits the ground. If you hit start at any other point, there's a good chance you could trigger the cutscene glitch. And I'm actually going to try to do it on purpose here. Nope, okay. Didn't happen. What happens during the cutscene glitch, if you hit start at a certain... it has to be like a certain frame. Every time you try to... when you skip the cutscene, it'll start to fade out. But the cutscene will keep going. It'll actually fade out and then fade back in. And every time you hit start, it'll fade out and fade back in. So it forces you to watch the cutscene. So like right here, if you would have triggered the cutscene glitch, that's 45 seconds gone. So sometimes, you know, you want to go fast, but patience is really a key sometimes in this run. This is pretty much just running to the end of the hall. We're going to get to a part where we have to fight two needlers. This is going to be another instance where rolling into the room actually gives you a very, very distinct advantage. So here's the room. Oh, no, it's down here. Sorry. It's right here. You're going to walk through the room. I think it's like a couple of steps, and then you're going to roll forward. And it's actually going to move you farther into the room to where you can actually be closer to the needlers. Needlers are really annoying enemies. If you shoot them head on, there's a good chance they're going to block it. You want to get behind them. So what's going to happen is, since we're a little bit closer, one or both of them are actually going to attack you. They're going to be stuck in recovery frames, and you're just going to walk behind them and then start shooting. The good thing is, this entire time, Wheeler's going to be shooting too, so when they do attack, they're going to be vulnerable. So sometimes Wheeler can actually kill them before you actually get a chance. But at the same time, as you're turning around, you're actually holding backwards to move towards the door that's going to be opened after you kill both of the needlers. So it's going to look like something like this. You roll into the room. You'll know you rolled in right if you see Alex in the shot. Move around over here. They're going to attack. Shoot them. And you should be right there at the door when it opens. That is the optimal way of getting that done. Alright, next is Asphyxia. This is a fun little boss fight to explain. There are 3 situations that can happen when the boss fight starts. First thing you're gonna start doing is you're gonna start shooting her in the face or in the body. She will either start stuttering like this, and if that happens, you keep shooting her until she falls. When she falls, she's done. You press X. It's usually X to trigger the quick time event that'll to go into the cutscene that they'll trigger the end of the fight. That's the quickest way. The second quickest way is you start shooting her, and when she gets close to you, you did enough damage to where she gets close enough to you, and she goes for her falling grab. When you start seeing her go for the falling grab, just move to the left. She'll fall on the ground, shoot her tail once, and usually you just have to shoot it one more time, maybe not even another time at all. Then that will happen. Then you'll trigger the cutscene to end of the fight. The worst possible outcome is she gets close to you and she does her scream attack. Because when that happens, you'll notice it because she'll start like gurgling like black stuff, and it'll give you time to get away from her. So move away from her, and once you're far away enough from where the scream can't hit you, you're just gonna shoot and keep shooting. And after that, she's gonna probably go for the falling grab, dodge it, shoot her in the tail once, and that's it. So you're wanting to have her stutter, and so let's see what we get. I feel like it's just random. I get different outcomes all the time. So skip the cutscene right here, and let's see what happens. Alright, she did the scream attack. I actually did miss a shot, and that's probably the main reason. Just keep shooting her. She's going to do the grab attack. Shoot her tail. If the prompt's up, the fight's done. Hit start. Then right here, the best way to move is move to your left. So move the left stick left and the right stick left. It'll get you to the prompt quicker to hop over. Go through this door, and then that's the penitentiary. And now we're at... now we're getting to the scary clips of the game. These are the clips that really affect the run in a huge way. Skip this cutscene right here. Just move forward.
Josh, wait.
Follow Josh. You're gonna get spoobied by smog. Whatever. Just walk forward. Turn this. The smog does spit at you. You do have iframes while that's happening. Sometimes it will hit you. It's kind of annoying, so you'll kind of have to mash out. Just walk past this guy. And I kind of just start hitting A right here. Alright. These are the clips that I'm going to go into a lot of detail. Because these ones are really, really dumb. So, since we don't have the ceremonial dagger, we can't go forward and go up to the organ and activate it until, we have to put all the stupid plates. No, we're not doing that crap. First things first, you're going to go right. Go underneath here. This is clip number 1. It's the stairway clip. Shoutouts to Arcadia Skies figuring this out. And then Dead Robots for making it a damn thing in the runs. I usually do it about this third diamond right here, this third rhombus. Just do your strafe left, strafe right. When you start getting a pull, there's sometimes, and this will happen a lot, you'll start getting the pull, but you'll get a lot of resistance. Like, you won't get pulled all the way through. I got lucky right here, and it's gonna work. But I want to show you what I'm talking about when you get resistance. Okay, I'm just getting good luck. Okay, you see that? How it's like shaking? The only thing you have to do if that's happening is let go, move to the right, or left, or wherever, and just see if it'll pull you in at that point. And 9 times out of 10 it will. So even if you don't get immediately pulled in, there is a backup. Even if you keep getting resistance, just left trigger, let go of left trigger, move a little bit to the left or the right, and then just immediately hit left trigger again. And most of the time, it'll start giving you a pull, or it'll give you resistance again. So once you're up here, you're stuck in the wall again. So just to make sure that you're all the way through, you'll start seeing the screen shake, and that's kind of what you want. At that point, you're gonna do a shotgun turn. You're gonna switch to the shotgun, hold left trigger, and move right. Hold right on the left stick, and then move left on the other stick on the camera, and it'll pop you right out. See, you got past this gate. You didn't need any of that stupid plate crap. Cutscene right here. Get a breast exam real quick. You cannot skip this. This next part right here, the game wants you to use the ceremonial dagger to cut these paintings, but guess what? We can't. Because when you would do that, it would trigger a schism and it would open this door. But guess what? We can't do that, so we have to clip right here. This clip honestly gives people a lot of trouble, and honestly, it gives me a lot of trouble too. Because you have to deal with four. I think it's 4 things. 1, a gate. If you get stuck in a gate, it is very, very hard to get out. So, getting stuck in a gate, bad. You don't want that to happen. 2, you're dealing with not 1 wall, but 2. Because the 3rd thing is the pillar. We consider these pillars. If you're trying to clip through something like this, instead of pushing you forward, it pushes you up. It forces you up into the ceiling. And if that happens, you actually get forced up into the 2nd wall up here, and you actually will stand on top right here. And you don't want that. You want to stay on the bottom. So, there is a setup to do this. Is it consistent? Kind of. I get it maybe 70-80% of the time. So, do your strafe. Strafe left, straight right, straight left, straight right. You want a smooth clip into this. If you see any kind of resistance, or you see yourself moving up, back out and do it again. There's no point. See, like that? No, you do not want that. That's what you want right there. So as you're being pulled in, start looking to the left and look down like you would do the wall clip. Right when the screen starts shaking, you can let go, or let go. Look to that dot right there. You're not going to be able to see. You're going to aim again, and it's going to look like you're moving left. You see how kind of the camera hopped that way? At that point, switch to shotgun, aim down, and then you're going to spin. You're going to spin with the camera and the right stick. Or you're going to spin with both sticks, essentially. So basically hold right on both sticks. And if you get it, you'll pop right out, just like that. It looked easy. I promise you, when you first try to learn this clip, you will get the worst possible things happen to you. It is fixable, though. It is always fixable. If you're starting to get pulled up, or you're down here, you can still move yourself back to the center over here. And the only thing you have to do is try the setup again. Make sure that you're all the way as far as you can be. Look at the dot with the pistol. Hit aim once, let go, and then shotgun turn. That is definitely a clip that it's kind of hard to explain. You need to feel it out for yourself. And to be honest with you, these last few clips are going to be like that. That and that first clip, the attic door clip. Those are ones I feel like people need to understand the feeling. It is definitely a feel thing more than a visual thing. Alright, go back to your pistol. Church 3, as we like to call it. This clip is a piece of shit. Anybody that runs this game knows that this clip is fucking terrible. It is so random. It essentially becomes the part of the run where the game becomes sentient and decides, hey, I'm going to let this guy PB today, or I'm going to let this guy fail. 20 some odd minutes into the run. First things first, you're going to get to this corner right here and do your strafe. That was really good. You can see how I'm moving up. When you're going to start seeing this, how he's bouncing. Once you start seeing that bounce, you can start moving to the left. And if you're lucky enough, you'll get pushed right in to where we need to be. Nope. I'm being sucked into the wall. So if you're not getting a push, and by push I mean, let's see if I can't show you an example. That's what you want to happen. So I guess it's going to be kind of hard for me to explain. Well, no. You kind of saw how, like, when I looked left to this, like, little table thing over here, I wasn't getting, like, pushed forward. Instead of letting go and redoing the clip again, the only thing you have to do is keep holding on the left trigger, face the wall like this wall right over here, and then look left and start going left again. And sometimes it'll push you all the way through. Sometimes you'll get a push that looks like you're going to make it. Sometimes you'll get a push to where, like, you'll slowly start getting pulled in. If you get that, keep that, because you will make it in. But it's all random at that point. And sometimes if you don't get it quick enough, it's a dead run, and it happens. But when you do get to this spot right here, as you see, we're in the floor. You want to kind of, like, move towards underneath the chair, like where these two legs are. Once you do that, you actually will move through that wall right there. And now you can kind of see where we're at in the game. Right below us is where you would see Alex's dad die. And we actually skipped that entire sequence right here. So after that, there's a small spot in the wall. You just kind of have to figure it out. And you'll fall through the floor. And once that happens, as you can see, the game thinks we just saw Alex's dad die. What's funny is it actually gives you the bad ending choice, as in you don't forgive your father. So right here, we're going to be just walking on air into the very bottom, which is kind of cool. It's kind of weird that there's just a ceiling here. Just kind of follow the pipes. That's, like, the best way I can explain it. Especially, like, right here, because you can actually, like, walk over. But then all of a sudden, you come face to face with a wall. And what do you do? Goodness, what do you do at this point? Something really, really simple. You're not doing a clip. Well, I guess you're kind of doing a clip. But the only thing you have to do is get to the very end of the wall where you're touching it, and aim and let go. Aim and let go. Aim and let go. And it keeps moving you forward through the wall. You can do it slow that way, or there's a faster way of doing it, and I call it quick walking. You hit left trigger, just like that, where you see the reticule, and then you immediately let go, and then you keep doing it. It actually will make Alex walk forward a lot faster, so you can get through certain areas like that. You'll use that right there, and you'll use it at one more spot at the very end of the game, which we're pretty much at, because that's the church. Come over here, put on this stupid suit. Walk through here. I did test something here before. I had a bunch of health items that I picked up and see if I could just walk through this without putting on the suit. What sucks is when you get to this one, it's just instant death. There's just a death wall right there. And then push the button, skip the cutscene. That's the church. This next segment is, I call these the Gatekeeper clips, because these next three clips are, I would say the church clips are some of the hardest in the game. These next three are some of the hardest in the game. And then the last one is the second hardest in the game. I still think the hardest clip in the game is the attic, but thank goodness that's at the beginning, right? So skip this cutscene right here. You're going to be doing a mashing prompt. It's always going to be A. Also, you get a free health refill here, so that's kind of nice if you took damage. Hit A, then skip the cutscene right here, then you're going to start mashing X. It's always going to be A, then it's always going to be X. And remember, you do not have to mash fast. It does not matter. Mashing fast can actually hurt you. Skip the cutscene right there, get the funniest line in the game. There we go. Move around behind the chair, grab the dagger. If you feel like you need a med kit, there is one right there. This next part gets kind of dumb. So, first things first, after you go through the door, you're going to equip the knife. We do not have a pistol, so that's what we're going to go get so we can actually start doing clips. You are going to fight 5 order soldiers with a pistol with 9 shots and your knife. So go over here, break the wall or break the glass. Sometimes this guy can hit you, and it's really annoying. Grab the pistol, grab the key. This is what I usually do. I go through here, jump over, equip the gun, and then I turn around, and this is what you're going to try to do. You're going to try to headshot one of them twice, so it kills them. Then you want to headshot one of them, the other one, switch to the knife, and then do a light knife combo, which is AAA, and that'll kill him. And then after that, you can switch to the pistols, and that gives you 2 shots for the next guy, 2 shots for the other guy, and then 2 more shots, which is the total of 9. So right here, I'm going to try to shoot him twice. Kind of got a bad spot. These guys are really lame. That's what I'm saying. That can happen. You can get hit. You can do this very fast once you get the hang of it, but, you know, for the sake of everything, I'm just kind of show you. So you'll do AAAX. So AAAX. Light, 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 heavy. After that, you're going to switch back to your pistol. You can turn on your flashlight now. I mean, you can turn it on whenever. It really doesn't matter. These next 2 guys are going to pop up. You have a little bit more of a chance to get these guys. Alright, and that leaves you with 2 shots left, and there's 1 guy left. Here's a neat little optimization. We need to use the key on this door up here. You can actually use the key from, like, very far away from this door. I'm talking, like right here. You can use the key from right there. So, as you're walking through here, just get about right there, use it, and then go up to the door. Doesn't matter. Just kind of helps you out a little bit. Kill this guy. Alright, no more enemies. That's it. If you're not feeling confident doing these clips and you still want to do runs, yes, you can grab the pipe back in the other room. You can go through here, you can save L, and you can skip all the clips in here. You can skip them all. I did it when I first learned this game. These clips were known, but a lot of us were like, just didn't do it because we didn't think it was going to be, it could be done quick enough to where you would save the time. And, you know, as more people have been running the game, more methods been figured out, and these other clips are just, they're hard, don't get me wrong, but they're doable. Okay, this clip right here, this is the first instance of what they call a pillar clip. It'll be over here where it says 302. So it'll be, that's where you came from, so right here, where this light switch is. Pillar clips, I kind of explained in the church, when you clip through a pillar, instead of it pushing you forward through the wall, it'll push you up into the ceiling. So what you're wanting, and this is my method, I kind of line up with the light switch, and I kind of go left into the wall, and if I don't get it, I kind of position myself back to where the light switch is, and keep clipping left into it. And when I start getting a pull, which should happen, you can see I'm kind of going up. Right here, as you can see, I kind of went up to where this pipe was, but I didn't go through the ceiling. If you get that, you have to try it. You have to try again. Trust me, you will know when you get this clip. You'll be pushed into Gray Wonderland. So as you can, I'm getting a little bit of resistance. If I see that, it's kind of like shaking, I'll actually kind of look up. And sometimes it'll force me up, which is kind of nice. Most of the time, I tend to look up to see if it'll push me up farther. And usually, it'll push me up pretty quick. Not quite there. We're close. Very close. This clip is, I think, the hardest one out of all of them, out of the 3 in this area. Because pillar clips are really finicky. Okay, I lost the screen shake. Oh, okay. We'll get it. It's not a big deal. Goodness. As you can see, it's one of those moments where, hey, does the game doesn't want me to get this. So these clips are difficult, man. There we go. Welcome to the void. You are actually above the ceiling now. What you're going to do now, see that little gap? This little gap right here? You are going to gun walk forward. Oh, cool, I got this. Sometimes it doesn't push you high enough, so you can't move. If you kind of look over to the right and then start doing the gun walk, it'll actually push you above, and at that point you can center yourself back. So keep doing the quick gun walk, or the slow one, whatever you're used to. And you'll fall out of the ceiling, and now you're in here. You're in a room that we needed to have a key for, and then in order to get that key you had to fight Curtis, and blah blah blah. But now we're in here. This allows us to get our weapons back. At this point, we go back to the laser pistol. We're going to come over here. This clip has a bunch of different ways to do it. Recently, I've been doing it the pistol way, because I feel like if you get it, it's the quickest way, but it has, like, not the best percent chance of working. Start clipping to the wall, kind of look down to the left, like all the other clips that we've been doing, like the Church 2 clip. The screen's going to start shaking. Let go. You're going to face this pillar, and kind of like, you want to have, like, part of his head sticking out of the wall. You're going to aim and hit right on the right stick, and you're going to hit right on the... You're going to hit right on the left stick and right on the right stick. And if you do it, this is the pistol method. You'll get pushed out. And right there, I didn't get it. I'll sometimes try again, but usually when it happens, you're kind of going to be at, you know, God's mercy of doing a shotgun turn. And this is the older method, and God, I'm so bad at doing this. I kind of face way, like, there's that door. There's like a door right there. But I'm going to face, like, way farther away from that door. Then I'm going to aim, and then I'm going to turn to the left. And you see, that's sometimes what's going to happen. But if you keep turning, well, maybe. Nope. Okay. There you go. That's bad. If that happens, just, you know, go back into the wall. Which, sometimes I find it's really hard to get back into this wall. Ooh. That was close. There we go. That works sometimes. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't. There are other methods. Let me see if I can't show you one. I need to get like a pretty good clip into here though, and sometimes it can be really annoying. There we go. Look down to the left. Kind of, you want to face the opposite wall that you're trying to clip into. Shotgun, and then you can turn. Well, didn't work. Fuck. Sorry. This is why I do the pistol method, because sometimes this method just doesn't work. I know Turbo Dog has a pretty consistent method of doing this, and probably Robots too, but this is, out of all the clips in the game, this is actually my Gatekeeper clip. And I just, me personally, I like doing the pistol route. But basically, when you get into the wall, you're over here, you're stuck in the wall. I tend to, if I'm going to do a shotgun way, I'll face this way, face the opposite way of the wall I want to go into, and then turn. And most of the time it'll work, but if you're not clipped most of the way through, it's going to force you back into the opposite wall, and that's not what you want to happen. Try the pistol method, check out Dead Robots method, check out Turbo Dog. This is definitely one of those clips where you might figure out something that is way more comfortable for you, but the pistol method is my baby. That's what I like doing. And if I don't get it, I have to improvise sometimes and have to go for shotgun methods. And I will be honest that I'm not the best at doing the shotgun method on this clip. But it's all good. So now that we're in this area, this is actually an area where L is supposed to be with. L's supposed to be with us right here. So guess what? The game doesn't load properly. So we're supposed to go through here and then get into the room with Wheeler, but we can't because the glass isn't there. It probably is there, but I don't know. We have a quicker way of triggering it anyway. That's clipping through this wall right here. This clip is going to look a little different. You're not going to turn, you're not going to do anything. It's going to be a slow, kind of slow pull in. Kind of like that. But you want to be a little bit more to the right of the door. If you get too close to the door, you'll meet a lot of resistance and it's not going to work. Like that. And then the cutscene will trigger. After that, you can skip with start. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. I'll give him the med kit, sure. Right here, now you're in pitch blackness. Oh no, nothing loaded. What am I supposed to do? There is a door to the right. You're going to hold... I usually pan the camera to the right for about a second and a half. And after that, I move forward. And if I didn't hit the door, I move to the right a little bit more. And it's just because I didn't... The first time I didn't move the right stick all the way to the right. Once you get there, hit A. And then you can press start to skip the cutscene. Now you're here in another void. The exit is just right there. Just move forward a little bit. And then turn right. And that's it. And after that, everything else is going to be loaded. Alright, now we're at the last clip in the game. This wonderful little nightmare of a clip. This clip has the most resistance out of any clip in the game. If you've ever played this game, and I'll give you a little demonstration, they want you to turn these rings to match the symbols in the middle ring. And the quickest method is having the eye that's on the bottom of the screen move all the way to where that little like bottle where the wind in the bottle is. They want you to move all the way around so it goes this slow. No. You can do that if you're not comfortable with this clip, but this clip saves about a minute and a half if you get it first try. It's ridiculous. But like I said, this is definitely one of the clips where there's so many possible outcomes, it's really hard to explain all of them. You're going to want to start clipping right here. And this, I'm not going to lie to you, this might take me a little bit because this one can be finicky. This is the other true run killer. And some people don't like doing this clip because guess what? It kills your run. Especially if you have a run that has it. Alright, there we go. That's what you kind of want. You kind of want to start clipping and it'll bounce you to the left. If you're deep enough, you can actually look down into the door and kind of move. And the best possible thing that I've noticed is if the shaking stops and doesn't start again, there's a good chance you're going to get a pull. But if it keeps shaking, you're probably not going to get a pull that you want. There is times, though, where it will just shoot you right through. Even when the screen's shaking, and it sucks. Because you're like, oh, this is a bad clip, I'm not going to do this. And the way that you can tell is you're going to start moving the camera to the left while looking down. It's going to start pushing you. If you get this, where you're stuck halfway through, most of the time, you're not going to save it. Even if you turn right and then go back left in, that's what's going to happen, or you're just going to get stuck halfway again. So at that point, yes, you have to do this again. So we got the strike. We're in the wall. We're in the door. See if we can't get the screen to stop. It's not looking like it. So at that point, you're going to do the same thing and just kind of move to the left slowly and see what it's going to do. Same thing. You're kind of stuck halfway. And it pushed me out. So we had the exact same scenario twice. It just kind of depends on how far you get pushed into the door. See if I can't get another clip started. Robots was the one that found out this setup. While it looks like it's really hard, and it is way quicker and way more optimal than the previous method found out by Spooky Cookies. I feel like the real hard part about this clip is actually just getting the initial clip into the door. So at this point, we've been trying to do this. If you would have done the puzzle already, you would already be fighting the final boss, and your run will probably already be done. That's why some people prefer just to do the puzzle and not worry about this clip. Because, yes, it can be random. But if you get it first try, which I have had, and I think it's my any % run, I've had it happen like first or second try, the time save is amazing. And honestly, it makes your run harder to beat. That's definitely another thing. You're just not going to be a nice guy today, are you? Ugh, close. Kind of mess with the positioning too, like, you know, don't have to be like facing into this corner. Kind of mix it up. Oh, I had it and I let go. There we go. See what happens. Yep. And see, if you keep trying to turn left to get into the door, because it looks like you're being pushed in, once you go too far, it pushes you out. This is truly the Gatekeeper. That is something that you want. How far I am into this door right now, just make sure you're pushed really far in, and if you let go and you're like this, congratulations, you probably have this. Because at this point, it's a shotgun turn away. Do not look down. Aim. Move the camera to the right while moving left. And just like that, you're in. If you get something like that where the clip forces you really far into the door, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make it in. The thing is, though, I have had times where I thought I was in all the way, and I went for the shotgun turn and it spit me out. It's okay to take time on this clip to make sure that you get in, because even if you don't get it first try, and you get it 5th try, and you have a good pull, and you got something like I just got, it's good to take the extra 5-10 seconds just to be able to save like 50-45 seconds in a run. Because it's still faster than doing the puzzle. So if you end up doing a shotgun turn, you're going to go ahead and move forward. It will load the room, don't worry. You're going to go up to this grave right here, examine it. There's going to be 3 cutscene skips right here. Wait for the cutscenes to kind of load a bit and then hit start. So you don't get the cutscene glitch, because it can happen here. After that, after you skip the 3rd cutscene, you immediately start fighting Amnion. And the way the fight starts is that Amnion is always going to shoot, like, bile at you. If you can get a shot off first, you shoot her once. Wait, shoot her twice. She goes in the 2nd phase. After that, the 2nd phase is going to start up. You shoot her once, you shoot her twice. Run up to her and do the in-game prompt. Done. That's time, you're done with the run. So we'll do this real time. 3rd cutscene. Aim. Shoot. Wait. Shoot. Cutscene will trigger for the 2nd phase. No different. You shoot her once. Wait. Shoot. Run up and hit X. I'm pretty sure it's always going to be X. So, shoot her. You can move forward while shooting. And that's the run. And that's any percent New Game Plus. It's a pretty easy, and this is me, and I'm not trying to say this from like, cause like, I have the records or anything. This game is really easy. It's a lot of fun. The only hard thing is a few clips. If once you figure those out, trust me, I was so frustrated when I tried to learn this game. There wasn't tutorials. There wasn't real methods that showed like how to go through certain clips and how you should move. And while I may have not gone through everything like in full detail, I went through detail enough where I feel like anybody can pick up this game. And once you learn New Game Plus any percent, you can learn any percent. Because the only thing different that you do is instead of grabbing the pistol, the laser pistol at the beginning, is you have to do all the stuff that you basically do a couple of different clips, and then you go all the way to Curtis, get the pistol, and then you do a clip in the mausoleum, and guess what? After that, the run is exactly like this. It's this whole run. That's all you have to do. So if you have this down, you can do any percent. And then there's all bosses, which is a completely different beast, which I'll probably go into detail in another video. But that is also a very fun run. And I think the choices I did, I think we're going to get UFO ending. And this is the ending if you do not have if you've not done all the endings, you're gonna have to beat the game at least once in order to do New Game Plus. And you're gonna want to do UFO ending. So you're gonna want to not kill your mom, not forgive your dad, and save Wheeler. If you do those, you get the UFO ending, which is the worst UFO ending in the series. Honestly, besides like gameplay, this game is bad. Gameplay and the music. Gameplay, music, and I think enemy design are top notch in this game. I really love this Silent Hill a lot. And a lot of people be like, no, don't play anything past 4. I agree with that to an extent, but this one's worth playing. Downpour, no, don't play that game. Shattered Memories is good. It's a good game. It's just it's like this game. It's a completely different feel than any other Silent Hill game. And whatever, you don't have to save your game. Doesn't really matter. You want to save your game if you you just got the UFO ending, so you can get so the game file will always know the file will always know, hey, he's beaten the game once, so the pistol will always be there. So, but that's it, guys. Nothing too difficult. Well, to some degree, but I hope the video helped. If you guys have questions or anything, PM me on Twitch, PM me on Twitter, PM me on YouTube. Comment, I don't care. Just the one thing I ask people not to do, and this is something I've been meaning to bring up. If you whisper me, I'm probably not going to answer because I don't have notifications on for whispers. Like, I don't notice whispers, and I've had people ask me questions and they got kind of upset, and because I didn't answer them in time, or when I did answer them, they were like, oh, 1 week later, and I'm sorry. Like, I just don't check whispers. I just don't. If you private message me, it's going to tell me. I'm going to get an email, it's going to tell me, but that's going to be it for now. So, like I said, any questions, PM me. All bosses should be next. That's what I'm going to plan on making a tutorial for next, but hope you guys enjoyed, guys. And then cut. Ugh. That was fun.